I'll tell you what. Whoa! I'll tell you what, this is very cool. I'm gonna explain to you here in a second. I just figured something out on the run here. Something very, very cool. These are just awesome bass. And I'm gonna finish catching these things and I'm gonna explain to you what's going on. This is very, very cool. Fishing the moment. This happened probably over the last 30 minutes. This was not available an hour ago, 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. Wasn't. Because of the conditions, it's now available. I'm wasting time because I'm talking to this camera right now, but I'm trying to emphasize what I'm going to explain here in a minute. Very cool. Ooh. Got it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, there was another one there. There was another one there. I started hustling it too quick. I think she's on this tree right here. Oh my gosh! Look at that thing! Oh my goodness, that's a big one. Look at this. Oh, get out of that tree, girl. Look at that big one. That's a big one. That's a big, big one. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of this thing. Come here. Come here, big one. Oh, look at that. Look at that guy. So this lake is like huge, right? I mean, it's 11 feet out of the banks. And I bet you she was close to a bed before this water come up. Look at that tail. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, man. You just got to figure out what tempo do they want it at. Do they want it coming 100 miles an hour? Look at that. Tweety squashed. Let's break this down real quick. If you look at that duckweed, it's got slight movement, okay? That wind is coming out of the northeast and it's pushing. That's why I'm not out there, because it's too windy. Well, look what's going on back in here. That duckweed is moving. There's current. I'm a delta guy. I'm a river dude. If I find a current situation in a lake like this right here, oh my goodness. This is current that just materialized over the last half hour. This was not here. That's why these fish are set up in the position that they're in. I was set up over here casting in a northeasterly direction, right over there, in more or less into the wind, into the current, pulling my frog with the current and having this fish absolutely clobber it when it came through there. They're set up in a feeding position. If I would have been coming from the northeast throwing, they would have probably swirled on the frog and not eaten it. They were completely expecting whatever it is that they are feeding on, whether it's bluegill migrating, gizzard shad migrating, whatever it might be that is using this current. They are sitting there watching the deer trail and they're waiting for that deer to come down that deer trail so that they can poke. Look at that thing. That's what's going on. And we just capitalized on the moment. This is done now. I got 3 or 4. It was violent. And when they do that, when it's just an incredibly violent bite, it's usually because there's a competition for food thing going on. That usually indicates that there's more than one. So you got to try and capitalize on it. Doggone, there's a bunch of fish up in here. No. Oh, I hate when that line just ties a knot. Oh my gosh. Make me crazy. Okay, so I just finished unwinding that frog out of that tree. It was all over that oak tree and a little bit on that willow tree right there, but we're ready to go again. So let's do this. my gosh, was that awesome! Oh man. Come here, dude. Doggone, there is a lot of fish in here. I'll tell you what's weird is I was throwing the that's beautiful. That is just absolutely so cool. Not very I was throwing hot mess, kind of the shad pattern and or shad imitation type, something light, right? That's what they've been on. They've been on that lighter shad pattern. I threw that shad pattern through it. They want nothing to do with that shad thing now. Throwing the baby duck, they're crushing this thing, right? These guys, I don't know what's under this duckweed. I don't know what kind of forage. I know there's not a bunch of little baby ducks down there, but this is very appealing to them right now. There might be a bunch of small shad in here underneath this duckweed. Every once in a while you can see them dimple. The shad will come up and just dimple. Looks like raindrops on it. And but I find it, I mean, I've caught a couple of nice fish. I find it really hard to believe that they're in here chasing this kind of shad. There's got to be some kind of a larger forage in here, I would think. Hey, when your favorite lake is on the rise and you like throwing a frog like I do, you put that wind at your back and you cover as much water as you possibly can and look for a current situation in a lake. Every time you find a lake that's got some current, you're gonna find some feeding bass. Give it a shot.